All right, everyone, we welcome you to Griffith Field on the campus of Apponequet Regional High School in Lakeville, Massachusetts for tonight's coverage of MIAA football. And tonight, it's South Coast Conference action as the 2-4 Apponequet Lakers get set to take on the 5-2 Somerset Berkley Raiders. And thank you for joining us this evening. Alongside Shelby, Nolin, I'm Keegan, Hamblett for 4 of our media platforms tonight: Berkeley Community Access TV Channel 9, Somerset Access TV Channel 98, our Blue Raider studios on the campus of Somerset Berkley, and live on our Keegan Hamblett Broadcasting YouTube channel. If you are watching on the live stream, we do apologize, as it does look like we're having a few video errors in terms of the clarity of the video. And I'll just say for right now, I know it's not true, but we'll just say it. We'll say it's a Wi-Fi issue at best. Shelby, you're a former student here at Apponequet. What are these matchups like that are different than other ones than other sports?
I mean, I think this is a good matchup, and I hope for the best by each matchup. So, go Lakers.
Well, you're rooting for the Lakers. I'm rooting for the Raiders. We're going to have a rivalry going on in the broadcasting booth. That's taken quickly by Finn Bjork up to the 45-yard line, and Somerset Berkley will start with possession. Brendan McDonald is the quarterback for the boys in white.
Apponequet territory, 45-yard line.
First and 10 for Somerset Berkley at the Laker 45-yard line. Crook and Meehan lined up as the backs. First down play, Crook will get the motion. McDonald will keep it himself. Brendan McDonald pushing up the middle. He's got a first down and a whole lot more. And once again, first play of offense for Somerset Berkley is a touchdown for Brendan McDonald. 45 yards, and the Raiders have the lead on the road. And that's the start that Somerset Berkley wanted on the road. Get to the end zone right away, and they strike first. And here to kick the extra point is Keegan DeSantos. Brody Phillips to hold it. Snap good, ball down, kick is up. Very close on the left upright side, but it is good. That'll run the score to 7-0, 16 seconds in. I mean, Shelby, what did you see on that first play? It looked like there was going to be an easy tackle 5 yards down the field, and McDonald took off. What happened?
I don't think they really tackled enough. They should be tackling enough.
Well, that's all good. Still early on, and here at Apponequet, it is also a grass field. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. And while we have a second before the kickoff, let's take a look at the history between the two teams. 8 all-time meetings in the last 7 years. Apponequet leads the all-time head-to-head matchup 5-3. Somerset Berkley is winless in 3 meetings here at Griffith Field. When it's at Somerset Berkley, the Raiders have a 3-2 mark. Last year's matchup was at Hanson Memorial Field. Somerset Berkley got the win 56-46. And the last time we were here at Griffith Field, 20-0. Apponequet, and I remember that game like it was yesterday. That was just a disastrous game, and it was right from the get-go too. Apponequet punched right away, and they did not look back. Keegan DeSantos out there ready to kick it off. Strong kick on the left side will be handled at about the 30 by Joseph Procaccini. Procaccini diving forward to about the 40. That'll bring out the Laker offense.
Joseph Procaccini on the return. Lakers start their first drive from the 40.
Ball marked at the Laker 40-yard line. First and 10 for the boys in blue.
No dance. Come on, where are all the girls?
Paxton Canessa, the quarterback. He's going to drop back to pass. First play of offense, batted and nearly picked by Brendan McDonald. It does fall incomplete, though. It'll bring up a second down.
With the pass intended for Barlow, incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, Shelby, you've watched a lot of football. What is your go-to on offense? Do you like seeing the passes more or the runs more?
I think the pass is more.
And why is that? You don't, hey, it's okay. It's your first game in the booth. That's all good. Here we go. Second down and 10. That is going to be a handoff for Jolly. Jolly breaking forward, going to the right side. The 30, the 20, the 10, and Crook will take him down. It'll set up a first and 10 at the 11-yard line. How about that?
Lakers down in Raiders territory at the 11-yard line.
That is a 49-yard run for Brody Jolly. The tackle made by Finn Crook. He was the last guy back. First and 10. This time it's a handoff to Barlow. Barlow is going to meet his fate inside the 10, but a good gain. Maybe about 3 or 4 that time.
On the right side by Barlow for a short gain.
Now it looks like Liam Meehan in on the tackle for Somerset Berkley. And we do have a Laker player who's having a little bit of trouble getting back in. There he goes. We're going to have a stoppage of play for an injury timeout. Looks like Barlow who's down. Again, we don't like showing the injuries, so we'll pan the camera up to the other side near the scoreboard. Brian Moniz is the man running our camera tonight. And let's talk about real quick what this game means for both sides. Apponequet, they have to win or else they will not qualify for the state tournament. Oh, it looks like the feed's coming in a little better on our video side. That's good. Still a little blurry in there. That's all good. Somerset Berkley, they need to win and at the very, very least lose by maybe 10 or so points. If you lose anywhere between 10 to whatever the case, be worried for bracketology coming up Sunday at 1 o'clock where we draw the top 16 teams for the state tournament. And if anybody's watching, hey, make sure to leave a comment in the chat box. We might give you a shout out. This is not something you want to see. And they are bringing the cart over. The athletic trainer for Apponequet is David Nassif. Been here a long time. And Barlow being helped off of the field. Looks like a lower body injury at the moment. And here we go out of the injury timeout. We'll bring up second down and 7 from the 8-yard line. And quarterback Canessa will talk it over once again with his Laker offense. And here we go. They're ready to begin play. Second down and 7 from the 8. One out wide on the right side. 2 backs. High snap. And it's eventually picked up by Apponequet. Well, he's not going to get anywhere with that. That was Canessa who took over for it. And he'll bring up a third down.
2-yard gain on the play. Brings up Laker third down.
And it actually is going to be no gain on the play, so third down and 7 coming up. Early play of the game right now for the Apponequet offense. and the Raider defense. Knessa talking it over with Coach Fife. We'll get more into detail with him in a second. Another high snap. Knessa grabs it, and he's taken down. Looks like the leader in there, Finn Bjork.
Another high snap for Lakers. Knessa on the recovery. Tackled by Lakers in the backfield. Brings up 4th down, Lakers.
And that's going to go as a loss of 5 on that. Bjork with the tackle. That was Knessa with an attempted keeper again. So 4th down play, Shelby, you got 12 yards to go. You can get a first down, but not a touchdown. Are you looking to go short, or are you going to strike to the end zone?
Maybe a little bit short. It all depends on what they do. I'm fine with either or.
4th down play, Knessa dropping back, looking to the right side. It is incomplete. Tried to find Lundgren running forward, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Results in a turnover on down.
And that time, Sean Lundgren just wasn't looking. He would have had it. And we do have a comment in our chat box. Let's see who it is. I'm trying to pull it up on here. We're running everything on my computer. Oh, Amanda Doherty watching from Florida. Shout out Amanda Doherty.
Yard line.
First and 10 for Somerset Berkley. This time it's a handoff to Liam Meehan. Liam Meehan pushing the pile forward. He'll get ahead to about the 13-yard line. It looks like in on the tackle. And number 64, I think, made the tackle. We don't have a 64 on our roster. That's okay. Next closest guy in there, though, was Lucas Tremblay with the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. McDonald keeping it himself. McDonald going to get wrapped up after a gain of 2 or 3. Aaron Procaccini in on the tackle.
Tackle by number 58, Procaccini. Third and short to go for the Raiders.
3rd down and 6 coming up from about the 16-yard line. Bobbled snap. McDonald going to roll left with it. Might want to keep it. Now might have to throw it away. McDonald trying to find space. There's a flag down. Passes tipped and incomplete. Now let's check the flag.
McDonald with a pass left side intended for number 22, York. Ball's incomplete. Flag on the play.
Let's check the flag. It was a 3rd down and 6, so if it's a 5-yard penalty, it won't be enough for a first down. And if it's against Somerset Berkley, the smart choice from Coach Fife would just be to decline it and bring out the punting unit. Well, let's see. Here comes the signal. It's a hold against Apponequet.
We have a hold on the play on Apponequet. Results in a first down for the Raiders.
And it's going to be an automatic first down. So the ball is going to be marked at about the 26, 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Somerset Berkley. That's McDonald keeping it himself. McDonald going to get forward for maybe a gain of 2.
McDonald, the keeper. Group tackle for a short gain.
Tackle in there, Lucas Tremblay, the leader.
Second and 9.
Long time in the huddle for the Somerset Berkley offense. They break out of it. They're ready for a second down and 9. McDonald going to roll right with it. McDonald trying to make a cutback move, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 25-yard line by Evan Dupras.
Evan Dupras on the tackle. Lucas Tremblay in as well.
Boy, you could see that, Shelby, coming from a mile away, that Dupras was right there and takes him down for a 4-yard loss.
Yes, we sure did.
And they're going to say McDonald got forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Here comes the chant from Laker Nation, the student section here at Apponequet, of defense. McDonald dropping back. McDonald looking to the right side. That's complete to Bjork. Bjork trying to cut on the right side. Bjork running his way to the 40-yard line. He's got a first down.
Right side to Bjork. Tackle out of bounds.
Gain of 15 yards on the play from Bjork. Broccaccini in on the tackle.
Results in a first down for the Raiders.
Doing so well.
Ball is marked on the Raider 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Meehan and Crook remain the backs. Meehan will get the motion. Meehan will receive the handoff. He's not going anywhere in the middle. Meehan tackled after gain of maybe 2. Tremblay in on the tackle.
Gain left side. Tremblay in on the tackle.
Again, we got 5 viewers watching. Again, apologize if you're seeing a blurry feed. We're having some Wi-Fi issues, some HDMI hookups, but you could see the field good enough. You could see the players lined up, the yard markings on the fields. And we're going to have our pre-recorded feed, Blue Raider Studios, Berkeley and Somerset TVs. That'll be all available to watch in the next week or so. Gain of 2 on the play, ball marked on the 44-yard line, 2nd down and 8. McDonald going to throw it to the side. It's complete to Seth Mello. Mello will get about 4 yards on that before Lundrigan takes him down. He'll set up a 3rd down.
Number 4, Seth Mello. Brings up a 3rd down for the Raiders.
3rd down and 5 coming up.
Their own 47.
Now, Shelby, I'm going to ask you another question. I know you've been a little bit hesitant to speak on the mic. That's okay, though. And we're going to have a timeout called first with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go.
Raiders.
And the timeout was called by Somerset Berkley. That is their first. They will have 2 remaining. We just got to fix it on here, though. And I don't know why it's not popping up. Don't worry, we'll fix that in a second. But you've played on this field before. You were a part of Powder Puff when you were here at Apponequet. The grass field, some players like it, some people don't. Do you like the grass field better, or are you more of a fan of the turf?
I mean, it's either or. I'm kind of fan of the grass because it would feel more better just running on the grass than the turf.
Hey, that's fair enough, though. It's all good. And I don't know why I can't edit my timeouts on this live feed. That is not that good. Well, we'll find it in a second. And while we have a second during this timeout, let's meet the head coaches of both teams. Somerset Berkley, it's Nick Freitas, 16th season, a career record of 108 and 57. Works as a history and contemporary issues teacher at Somerset Berkley. He's the all-time wins leader.
Up 35 on their own 47.
And for the Apponequet Lakers, it's Zane Fife, 10th season, career record of 47 and 51. Now let's get to the third down play first. McDonald gonna pitch it back. It's incomplete. That's a live ball though. Crook's got to pick it up. Oh, he's taken down for a loss of 2 yards. Brody Jolly on the tackle.
Kirk with the recovery, tackle in the backfield. Brings up a fourth down.
All right, so fourth down play. Bjork is going to line up to punt this one, but we have seen many times this year that when Bjork lines to punt it up, they decide not to. Bjork will punt it away with the right foot. It's going to head towards the right side and go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That is where Apponequet will take over.
Lakers to take over at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I do apologize again. We get all the papers blown around. We'll set them down at the end of the first quarter, but we're doing our best up here, right? .256 to go, first quarter. Apponequet has the ball at the 37-yard line. Let's see what they do. First down play. Handoff to Jolly. Jolly slammed down by Finn Bjork. Jolly does get a gain of 5 yards, though, bring up 2nd and 5. Second down coming up from the 43. One out wide on the right again. It's another handoff to Dupress. Dupress finding space on the left side. He's got a first down and a whole lot more. Barreling his way to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Finn Crook.
Tackled by Crook.
Mark it down as an 18-yard gain from Dupress.
Territory.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball marked at the 39. Another bad snap. Got to pick it up. And it looks like Apponequet with Canessa did get on that ball.
Fumbled snap on the play, recovered by the Lakers.
And I'll mark it as a 3-yard loss. Second down and 13.
Results in a third down for the Lakers. 3rd and long.
It's actually a loss of 4. Second down and 14 coming up. Boy, this Apponequet offense, they've been rolling at times. It's just the missed snaps that sometimes go over the head. Ryan O'Connor is the center, the junior for the Lakers. That's a handoff to Jolly on the right side. Jolly getting by Dion. Jolly's got a first down. Jolly's still going. Castonguay couldn't make the tackle, but Caven DeSantos did.
DeSantos on the tackle, first down for the Lakers.
18-yard gain from Jolly. So we click towards 1 minute to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 Somerset Berkley over Apponequet. And you know what, Shelby? It's not just our feeds, too, that are having the problem. The Lake Cam side, they were having some issues getting a clarity on the image, too. So we catch a break on that, right?
Yes.
All right, 1st and 10. Handoff Jolly. Jolly trying to cut it back in. He'll get maybe about a yard on that. And that should run it down to the end of the first quarter.
York again in on the tackle.
And they're going to say Finn Bjork was the lead tackler. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll switch sides in this break. And the clock actually stopped for a second, but that helps us out. We were behind on our live feed. We'll take it. And that is the end of the first quarter officially. Apponequet will have the ball at the Raider 24-yard line when we return for the second quarter. And while we have a break in between, let's go back to meeting the coaches with Zane Fife. Zane Fife actually played high school football in the South Coast Conference. He was at Dighton Rehoboth, though. Played defensive back afterwards at Bridgewater State, class of 07 member. He served as a DR assistant coach right after that from 2008 to 2014. Replaced Coach Bob Lomp after a 15-year stint in July of 2015, and now works as a math teacher at Apponequet High School. Did you have Mr. Fife at all for a teacher or no?
No, I have not.
Did you hear good stuff about him, though, around school? I don't know if he's one of the names, because Apponequet's a smaller school, maybe about 500 students. Did you hear about him at all, or no?
I've heard things about him, but I just never heard a lot about him.
Hey, you know what? That's all good. Sometimes teachers just go under the radar, and if you don't hear anything, hey, sometimes it might be for the better.
We start the second quarter with the Lakers.
Start of the second down and 9 from the Raider 24-yard line. Second down and 9 play is a handoff. Lundrigan running to the side. Lundrigan tackled by Liam Meehan at about the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
Tackled by Meehan on the play.
Big third down and 4 coming up for the Lakers.
Bring up a third and short for the Lakers.
Again, anybody watching on our live stream, make sure to leave a comment. We'll give you a shout out. Have one comment from Amanda Doherty so far. Third down and 4. Jolly lined up as the running back. That's who they give it to. Jolly trying to go to the outside. He's got a first down. He's past the 10, and he tiptoes inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. The tackle is made by Finn Crook, but not before a 12, 13-yard gain. Ball will be marked at the 6-yard line. First and goal.
First and goal on the 6.
Canessa will hand it off. Dupress trying to get to the outside, and he tiptoes his way in for an Apponequet touchdown. 6 yards.
6-yard run on the carry. Lakers are on the board.
The extra point attempt coming up to potentially tie this game. Unless they decide to go for 2, we'll see. We did see the opening kickoff. I don't know if that was planned to be an onside kick or if that's just the ability of the kicker. And the Lakers are going to go for 2 for a chance to potentially take the lead here in Lakeville. Let's see. Canessa draws it, but we do have a flag on the play. Hold on, let's reset. And it looks like the motion is against Somerset Berkley. And it is an offside against Somerset Berkley. We'll move it half the distance to the goal.
Defensive offside of the Raiders.
And we got more comments. Ashley Souza watching. Shout out Ashley Souza. Also a former student at Apponequet Regional High School. Actually graduated with you, Shelby, class of 2020. And, of course, being an Apponequet alumni, you got to root for the Lakers, right? All right, the ball's going to be marked at about the 1.5-yard line. Another potential 2-point conversion attempt here for the Lakers. Handoff, Jolly, and that was actually not Jolly on the carry, but either way, the 2-point attempt is unsuccessful. That was Braden Sanders on the carry. So we'll keep the score
Are on the board.
at
The Raiders
7-6
lead
in favor of Somerset Berkley.
Lakers.
And for both sides, this is the final regular season game. It might not be the last, though. I mean, of course, you got your Thanksgiving matchups. Both sides will have a guaranteed game next week. It's going to depend, though, on whether it's just an add-in game or the state tournament. As we mentioned before, Apponequet has to win to qualify for the state tournaments. You have to finish in the top 16. You need at least 3 wins and 7 games played. This is their 7th game played. They are standing at 2 wins, though. Somerset Berkley 5-2. They've done all they can. They have dropped to the 13 seed, though. So you do need a win, or if you do lose, at least a very close one, because you did have some teams below that played yesterday in that 15-20 range that did get monster wins. We'll reset the clock to make sure it's right at 11:10 to go in the second. Here comes the kickoff. Another short one. You got to pick it up, though. It's bobbled at the 40. Who's going to get it? Looks like Apponequet is on top of it, waiting for a signal. Everybody in a blue jersey thinks that they've got it, waiting for the official signal.
Bobbled on the return.
And it is a Apponequet ball. How about that? Well, I couldn't tell from up here who bobbled that. It might have been Darlington. I couldn't see, though. But Shelby, good awareness by Apponequet, and they get the ball back.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
No, it's all good. Hey, our stats keeper tonight is Larry Haney. He's a former student at Somerset Berkley. Sophomore, he's helping out with our stats. Maybe we'll get him on the mic later tonight. 1st and 10. Handoff play up the middle. It's Lundgren. Lundgren barreling forward to the 28-yard line.
Lundgren with a run right side.
The tackle made by Seth Mello, and the play goes for 14 yards.
First down run on the play. Down to the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Boy, another first down. This Apponequet team just does not give up. First down play. Oh, nearly intercepted by Keegan DeSantos. Canessa did not see him breaking on that side. And I'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Couldn't tell he was trying to going to. It might have been Joseph Procaccini.
Brings up 2nd down, 10 for the Lakers.
Ball is marked on the Raider 29-yard line. Second down and 10 for the boys in blue. Jolly lined up as the running back. Lundgren out wide on the right side. Jolly's going to get the handoff, and Meehan will tackle him after a gain of 4.
Number 5, Meehan.
3rd down and 6 coming up.
4-yard gain on the play.
Ball marked at the 25-yard line. High snap goes to Lundgren. Lundgren has space on the outside, but he can't pass the 22-yard line. The tackle was made by 22, Finn Bjork. That is a 3-yard gain on the play. He'll set up a 4th down and 3. Oh, boy, decisions for Coach Fife.
Fourth and 3 from the 22.
And here we go. The Laker offense is going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on a 4th down and 3. Canessa, hands off. Jolly is not getting there, and it's another turnover on downs.
Left side, stop, short.
Jolly ended up getting tackled for a loss of 1. It looks like Paul Castonguay is in there on the tackle.
Raiders with the tackle on the play to force a turnover on downs. Raiders are going to start their drive on their own 23.
First down and 10 for Somerset Berkley. This time Bjork will line up on the right side and Crook on the left instead of Meehan being out there. McDonald hands it off to Crook. Finn Crook pushing up the middle. And he'll maybe get 2 yards on that to about the 25-yard line. Matt Dubois in on the tackle.
Number 6 in on the tackle. Brings up second down.
It's dirty, coach. That's Shane's job.
Second down and 8. Same formation. McDonald takes the snap after a little bit of a delay, and he wanted to keep it. He's not getting anywhere. Aaron Procaccini in on the quarterback sack.
Procaccini in on the tackle.
Well, let's see where they mark this one. They're going to say he got back to the line, and actually a gain of 1 on the play, so it's a 3rd down and 7. Well, I don't know how he got back to the line unless he got pushed back by 5 yards or so.
3rd down and 8.
7:36 to go in the second quarter. 7-6. Somerset Berkley has the lead over Apponequet. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. Keegan, Hamblett, Shelby, Nolin on commentary. 3rd down and 7. McDonald dropping back to pass. Not his strong suit. He needs it now. McDonald just gonna run for his life. Throws it on the left side, and it's incomplete. Trying to look for Finn Crook. Would not fall. Evan Dupress on defensive coverage.
Brings up a 4th and 8 for the Raiders.
And here comes the punting unit.
Dupress back to receive the punt for the Lakers.
Well, I tell you what, this Laker Nation student section, they're making a lot of noise. Now, were you a student that on Friday nights that you would go to these football games, or were you just a sit at home and don't go kind of person?
I mean, I would come to Friday night games, but some of the time, but not all the time.
Oh, good punt by Finn Bjork. It is going to roll out of bounds just past the 50, though, and that is where Apponequet will take over. And let's see where they're going to mark this one. It looks like it's going to be at the... let's see. Now they're having all sorts of confusion on where they're going to mark the ball. And it's going to be on the Raider 45-yard line, mark it a 20-yard punt. And here comes the Let's Go Lakers chant. Apponequet sure knows how to put on a party at football games. Handoff to Jolly. Jolly forward for a gain of 7. That is Kyle Hamblett in on the tackle for Somerset Berkley.
Kyle Hamblett on the tackle.
I'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
For the Lakers.
There's another handoff play up the middle and no gain on the play.
Evan Dupress with the run up the middle.
That was Evan Dupress on the run. We get a pile at the bottom. Finn Bjork on the tackle.
Bjork with the tackle. Looks like for no gain.
And I did figure out my timeout option on here, so that's good. That's very good.
3rd and 3 for the Lakers on the 38.
A 3rd down and a long 2, short 3, whichever way you want to put it. Just behind the 37-yard line. Paxton Canessa ready. Takes the snap, hands it off to Jolly. Jolly breaks 1 tackle. Jolly trying to get to the outside, tiptoeing his way for a first down. Eventually tackled by Hamblett again out of bounds.
The right-hand side.
They all started celebrating, coach.
Picks up the first down for the Lakers.
Gain of 5 on the play, 1st and 10 from the 33. Here's a handoff play. Oh, loss of 2 on the play. Right away, and a little stare down from Shane Delaney after the fact. Joseph Procaccini on the carry.
2-yard loss on the play.
I mean, that shows that they've been watching film. Delaney was right there on that tackle. Second down and 12 with 4:50 to go in the second. It's going to be a pitch on the left side for Jolly. Jolly finding space. Jolly has a first down. Seth Mello tackles him down.
Jolly. Seth Mello on the tackle.
Let's see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be at the 21-yard line, gain of 14.
First down.
First and 10 from the 21. Another pitch back to Jolly. Jolly still going. Meehan in on the tackle. Gain of 5 on the play from the senior running back.
Meehan and Dion in on the tackle.
And one thing that I am noticing early on is Apponequet, they do it like Bourne, where the marching band plays like a lot during the actual time. And sometimes the referees will catch on to it and say, hey, knock it off. And sometimes they'll just let it go. But that's the Friday night atmosphere.
2nd and 5 from the 16.
Second down and 5. Lundgren, Jolly, the backs, and what do we got here? Looks like a timeout call by Somerset Berkley. It is.
Raiders with a timeout.
And the clock will stop at 4:01 before the second down and 5. Well, let's recap how the last game went for both teams. Somerset Berkley was able to bounce back from a tough home loss against Old Rochester and strongly defeated Dighton Rehoboth 48-13 2 weeks ago. Brendan McDonald was the top performer in that contest, having 210 yards on only 6 carries, 3 of which ended up being touchdowns, all over 50 yards. Liam Meehan recorded 2 touchdowns, the first being on an 8-yard run and the second being on a 50-yard pick 6. We also saw a converted, how about this, 3rd down and 38 with McDonald throwing to Finn Bjork for what ended up being a 45-yard catch and run touchdown. For the Apponequet side, they've been improving as conference season opened up after losing their first 4 contests by an average of 12 points. Their 2 most recent wins have come against Dighton Rehoboth and Greater New Bedford, the latter of which coming last week. 41-18 Lakers was the final score against the Bears here at Griffith Field last Friday night.
2-yard line, 2nd and 5 to go. 4 minutes and a half.
And we're ready to go out of the timeout. A second down and 5 for Apponequet. That is a running play. Jolly tackled by McDonald, but it is going to be enough for a first down after a gain of 6.
Tackle. Brendan McDonald. First down for the Lakers. Get it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal to go.
First and goal. Canessa dropping back to pass, looking to the corner on the right side. Oh, it's nearly caught, but it does fall incomplete. That was Braden Sanders, the sophomore, going up to try to get it.
Intended for Sanders.
Boy, how about that? That was close. He threaded through, just incomplete.
Yes, he sure did.
Fire, Shelby. Get somebody else on the mic. All right, second down and goal. Ball still marked at the 10-yard line. Jolly the back. Colin Sear lined up on the left side. Looking to throw. It's intercepted by Brendan McDonald in the end zone. McDonald will run it back to the 7-yard line. How about that?
Intercepted by number 14 of the Raiders, Brendan McDonald.
Oh, what a stand by Somerset Berkley.
Brings the ball out to their own 7-yard line.
Wow, what a turn of events. It looks like Apponequet was about to go and take the lead, but instead, turnover on the field. Somerset Berkley ball. They get a 1st and 10. They're not out of danger yet, though. They're at their own 8-yard line. McDonald hands it off. And that's Crook barreling forward for a gain of 7 yards. Matt Dubois in on the tackle.
Run right side by Crook. Matthew Dubois in on the tackle.
7-yard gain on that play from Finn
Second
Crook.
and short for the Raiders.
.240 to go, second quarter. Apponequet will receive the second half kickoff when we get there. That was another handoff up the middle. It's going to be enough for a first down. Liam Meehan on the carry. Procaccini with the tackle, gain of 6.
Result in a Raiders first down. Procaccini on the tackle.
Ball is marked on the 21-yard line. Crook will get the motion behind McDonald. McDonald is looking to keep it. McDonald trying to push forward, maybe gets a yard or two.
Right side.
Slam down again. Looks like Procaccini on the stop.
Tremblay with the tackle.
And Tremblay also in on the tackle for Apponequet. Second down and 8. The Raiders going with the hurry-up offense. McDonald dropping back to pass. Wanted to look on the right side. Now we'll roll to the left. McDonald needs help. McDonald still going with it. He's taken down by Lucas Tremblay and Aaron Procaccini. Big loss.
Tremblay, number 78 on the sack.
And we have, it looks like a timeout called on the field by Apponequet.
Lakers with a timeout on the play.
So the clock stops with a minute and 25 seconds to go. And also we want to shout out our Somerset Berkley volleyball team. They are in action tonight. They are in their round of 32 matchup. They're at Melrose High School. If we can get an update on that score, we will and provide it to you. But it is a tough matchup, obviously. It's a 23 seed going against a 10 seed, but you never know. We've seen crazier things happen. We saw last year in the baseball state championships, a 24 seed Salem High School actually went to the Final Four. So you never know what can happen. Timeouts left, unless my math is incorrect. 1 left for Somerset Berkley and 2 for Apponequet.
3rd and 12 on their own 19.
The ball is marked at the 19-yard line. It was a loss of 4 on that last play for McDonald. 3rd down and 12. McDonald in shotgun formation, 2 out wide on each side. Motion man is Crook. McDonald going to keep it himself up the middle. Brendan McDonald, big burst of steam, first down and a whole lot more. Brendan McDonald into Laker territory. Brendan McDonald is gone. An 81-yard touchdown to double the lead for Somerset Berkley.
With the keeper on an 81-yard touchdown for the Raiders.
DeSantos back out there to kick the extra point. Oh, bobbled snap. DeSantos got to pick it up. He doesn't do it. Apponequet eventually gets on it, but it doesn't matter.
Fumble on the extra point.
So that will keep the score at 13-6 with 1:10 to go in the second quarter.
With 1:10 to go in the half.
On the hold that time was number 16, Mason Benjamin.
13-6.
Might be a future quarterback that we see here at Somerset Berkley after we get through next year with Brody Phillips. But we'll see now if Apponequet decides to go for the old Carson Palmer trick, go for a 2-for-1 as they call it. Well, I can't believe McDonald broke free on that 81-yard touchdown. That was pretty crazy. Here's DeSantos out to kick it off. Well, you can hear the Laker faithful trying to cheer on their team. Here comes the kick. It is going to bounce into the end zone. It's a touchback. Ball will go out to the 20-yard line.
The touchback kick. Raiders will take it out.
Now let's see what we got in our chat. 3 viewers will take it.
Drive starts from their own 20.
Well, let's see with Paxton Canessa, the sophomore, the underclassman. Let's see what he can do in a 1-minute, 10-second drill. Coach Fife very high on him all season long. And this is a Apponequet team that has a lot of sophomores up and down their roster. 15 sophomores to be exact. That's over half the team. First down play. Canessa throwing on the right side. Bobbled, caught by Jolly for a 4-yard catch and run.
Right side, complete to Brody Jolly.
McDonald and Meehan in on the tackle.
6-yard gain on the play.
And actually, you're right, it's a 6-yard gain on the play, not 4. We're all helping each other out. That's all good. Second down and 4. Canessa launching on the left side. That's complete, wide open on the side. Evan Dupras.
Left side.
First down, Apponequet.
Dupras with the catch. First down, Apponequet.
That's a 9-yard catch and run from Dupras. .43 seconds on the clock. .65 yards to go for a touchdown. We know they can do it. Canessa thought about keeping it. Going to launch a bullet over the middle, and it's complete. I don't know how that one was caught.
Canessa with a pass complete.
That is complete to Colin Sear. 9-yard catch. 2nd and 1. Canessa throwing on the left side, complete to Sear again. Pushed out of bounds by Meehan. Just working it down the edges, down the field. That is a 6-yard catch from Sear. 50 yards to go for a touchdown, and then an extra point would tie the game. They get the ball to start the second half. Still a long ways to go, though. You do got some timeouts on the side. Canessa on a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Gonna drop it back. Flea flicker over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, I don't know what that was. That was over the middle to nobody. I guess he was trying to get Nathan Sarecchia. I'll just mark it as an incomplete pass. We'll go to 2nd and 10. That was Jolly, I think that was the intended passer.
Brings up 2nd down.
All right, here we go, 2nd and 10. Somerset's got 4 corners, safeties back. Canessa wants to throw on the right side. Watch out, it is complete. Oh, a little lateral behind a Jolly. Oh, that's a nice little trickery there. Clock will stop with 4.9 on the clock. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. Now you just launch one up. And we saw Canessa throwing in warm-ups, not the strongest arm. He can get it about 40 yards in the air if you want him to do it.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Lakers.
But you do got to be careful, though, with the Somerset secondary. Although they have struggled in allowing opposing players to get deep for a long play, they can make a big return out of it, potentially to go the other way. 3rd down and 7, most likely the last play of the first half, and we got a flag before all that started.
Flag on the play.
And it's going to be a false start against Apponequet. I'll back the ball up 5 yards. That gets a big cheer from the Raider faithful on the other side.
5-yard penalty on the play.
All right, once again, potential last play of this first half and second quarter. Here we go. Canessa gonna get wrapped up, sacked down by Shane Delaney. That is how the first half ends. We go into halftime with Somerset Berkley on top, 13-6. Apponequet will get the second half kickoff, and we are gonna take a break on our feeds for our halftime break, and we'll be back for the second half coverage in about 15 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're about ready to start the second half here at Griffith Field on the campus of Apponequet Regional High School in Lakeville. 13-6, Somerset Berkley is the score over Apponequet. Apponequet is about to receive the second half kickoff. If you've been joining in on any of our pre-recorded feeds, our live stream, we do thank you. I'm Keegan Hamblett. We've had Shelby Nolin, a former Apponequet student, joining us every now and then. Brian Moniz is our cameraman. Larry Haney is on stats. Well, let's take a look at the key plays so far. Brendan McDonald's got both of them for Somerset Berkley. First play of offense, 10 seconds in, had that touchdown that went 45 yards, and the 81-yard touchdown just as the second quarter was about to end. So Shelby, Apponequet's got a lot of work to do. Is there anything that you've seen out there that maybe they can work on just a little bit better? What are you seeing that they got to work on?
Maybe passing the ball a little bit more better.
So do you mean it like, do you want them to go down the field more, or do you like the short passes more?
Maybe going down long down the field a lot bit more. That's how you get more passes in.
Well, Canessa's got a good arm. We'll see what happens in the second half. Keegan DeSantos to kick it off for Somerset Berkley. As Laker Nation rises to its feet on the left side, a blackout theme for the student section. Here we go, second half underway. Very good kickoff. It is going to take a bounce, not a favorable one. Will be handled by Dupras at about the 14-yard line. Dupras trying to find space on the side. We got a flag thrown on the play. Dupras taken down at the 25. We're going to have two flags on the play. Aiden Lambert in on the tackle, and I think this is going to be offsetting penalties, and we're just going to be either where we are or we'll redo the kickoff. Let's see. And again, if you're watching on the live stream, we do apologize for the blurry feed. We're having some Wi-Fi connection issues. Lake Cam TV apparently is also having that as well. We're doing our best. We made the trip. We're doing best we can to bring the best coverage to you. And let's see the referee going over to talk with Freitas. This might have been. Let's see. I think, yeah, they're going to redo this kickoff.
Personal foul on the Raiders.
And the personal foul on Somerset Berkley definitely was unnecessary roughness against Aiden Lambert. You saw it right away. That was heavy contact. So we're just going to redo the kickoff. That's fine with me. Again, if you're watching on the live stream, make sure to leave some comments. Does help us out. And if you leave another comment, if you've already commented, do it again, and we'll give you some shout-outs. And the Tom and Kevin duo commenting, let's go. Shout out Tom and Kevin. I think we all know who those people are, right? Now what do we got? And after all that, after probably a 3-minute stretch, now we're ready to begin the second half. Let's do it all over it again. All right. DeSantos to kick it off. There we go. That one's going to take not a bounce at the 28-yard line, fielded by Procaccini. Procaccini trying to cut it back. Crook in there with the tackle. 8-yard return to the 36-yard line.
Return brought up to the Lakers 36.
First and 10 for the Lakers. Handoff up the middle, and a good gain there, maybe about 6 or 7. Just waiting to see for the man to get up, and that is Lucas Tremblay on the carry. As the wind is starting to pick up, we'll have to keep a note of that as this game continues.
Lakers with a second and short.
Second down and 3. Another handoff up the middle. It's Tremblay again. Tremblay forward for a gain of 2. Drew Dion with the tackle. 3rd down and 1.
With the tackle on the play brings up a 3rd and short for the Lakers.
Third and about half a yard. And now you can see we got a, if you could see it in the background, we got a huge traffic jam forming. They've had multiple events at both the middle school and the high school tonight. That's parting with that. Maybe catching a football game on the way out. Handoff goes to Jolly. Jolly's got enough for a 1st down. Gets about 3 or 4 on that. Dion with another tackle.
Tackle, but good for a Laker. 1st down.
Ball is marked at the Laker 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the boys in blue coming up. First, Fife has to give the play over to Canessa.
Lakers with another set of downs on their own 48.
Canessa will hand it off to Jolly. Jolly trying to push on the left side.
Jolly.
Seth Mello tackles him down after a gain of about
Mello
6.
Tackle. Six-yard gain on the play.
Be a 2nd and 4, first time Apponequet's in Raider territory in the second half. A nervous anticipation from these Apponequet fans who know they have to get a win in order to have a chance at the state tournament. 2nd down and 4 is a handoff to Jolly. Jolly's got a 1st down and more. Jolly going down the sideline, tiptoeing on the side. He's inside the 5 and down to the 1.
Big run left side all the way down to the Raider 2-yard line. Pushed out of bounds.
And now a 1st and goal chance. From the 2. Handoff. Jolly. Maybe gonna try to lunge forward. Oh, he got a 1-yard gain. Oh, game-saving tackle potentially there from Finn Bjork. Does gain 1. It's a 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal for the Lakers.
All right, here we go. Canessa under center. Hands it off to Tremblay. He is in. Touchdown, Apponequet.
For the short touchdown for the Lakers.
Once again, an extra point away from tying this ball game up. 8:38 to go, 3rd quarter. And what are they doing in the student section? Chanting Fiend, I think it is. They got Fiend. And we are going to have a timeout called on the field by Apponequet. That is their first of the second half.
Somerset Berkley lead 13-12.
We got another early play of the game. Chance right now for Apponequet. They are going to go for 2 to take the lead at home in the game of the year. It's going to go. Oh, bobbled snap. Jolly's in, and Apponequet has the lead.
The 2-point conversion is successful. Lakers take the lead by 1. Start the second half. Lakers lead 14-13 over the Raiders.
Well, Shelby, I know you're happy. Apponequet has the lead for the first time tonight, but we still got a long way to go. How do you think Apponequet is going to be able to hold on to that lead? What do they have to continue doing well?
They have to continue doing their passes, running backs. They still have to pass the ball more conveniently. And I just like how they're playing right now. They're doing pretty good right now. Go Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll agree with you on that last part. Everything else I will agree with. And we do have a Laker that is being helped on the side. It might be Jolly. Can't tell from up here. So also might be Kness out there. Problem with Apponequet, though, they have a very small lineup, not a lot of depth to go to on the sideline. Out there to kick it off, Nathan Sarekia. Now, what can Somerset Berkley do here? Down by 1 on the road in a place they have never won a game. Here comes the kickoff. It's a short one. Handled by Griffin at the 30. And no, that was actually Gavin Gooch. That's my bad. He'll return it to the 39-yard line.
Sarekia with a kick and on the tackle as well. Returned by Gavin Gooch from the Raiders.
It's about 9 yards on the return. We'll set up a 1st and 10 from the Raider 39-yard line.
Raiders start 1st and 10 from their own 39.
McDonald, shotgun formation, D on me and the running backs. Bjork in as a blocking tight end or potentially a fullback. Here we go, 1st down and 10. Dion gets the motion, Dion gets the carry. Dion trying to push forward. Sear is there to make the tackle after a gain of 1.
Sear in on the stop.
Only 1 yard up to the 40.
2nd and 9 to go for the Raiders.
Same formation, except this time Crook's on the right side and Delaney lines up where Bjork was. Crook will get the motion. McDonald fakes it to him. McDonald's going to keep it. He's got daylight. Goodbye. 60-yard touchdown for Somerset Berkley. They strike right back.
McDonald with the keeper for a 60-yard touchdown for the Raiders. Puts them back ahead 19-14 over the Lakers.
I mean, you saw it coming. And just like the DR game, McDonald's now got 3 touchdowns over 45 yards each. And if you thought that the DR game for him, that performance was a fluke, you thought wrong.
Oh, no, you're good. Thank you for asking.
2-point attempt for the Raiders to make it a 7-point game. On the left hash mark. McDonald gonna pitch it over. And no, he actually fooled out the entire stadium except for the Apponequet players. He didn't get there. He fooled me out. And unable to get it in. The score will remain 19-14 with 7:34 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Raiders lead Apponequet Lakers 19-14 in the 3rd.
All right, Somerset Berkley getting ready to kick it back off. Freitas telling DeSantos what to do on this formation. And a new player out there for the first time, Trevor Norton on the left side. And some of the fans we were talking to at halftime, this is the guy that they wanted to see get action today.
Raiders set the kick. Cooper's back to return.
Well, you can clearly hear the support from the Apponequet student section. Let's see what he can do on the receiving side of this kickoff. DeSantos ready. The other 10 guys ready. Here we go. Short kick up in the air. It's going to take a bounce. Took a touch. I think Somerset Berkley got it with Brody Cabral waiting for a signal. And I think the Apponequet fans thought it went out of bounds. Let's see. That was 61 Brody Cabral who got it. Boy, this is a huge call here. And you could see it coming from a mile away, too. Whenever Freitas talks to DeSantos, that's what they do. You also have to wonder, too, if there was a fair catch signal at all. Because if there's a fair catch, you can't go for it. And there's all sorts of confusion up here. They might be re-kicking this. I don't know. I don't believe there was a flag on the play. Well, after all that, we're going to have a re-kick.
Re-kick on the play.
You probably heard in the background, no explanation from the referee on that. All right, let's try this again. Here's DeSantos on the kick. Let's see what happens this time. Good boot away. Bounces at the 17, took a touch off of Dupras, and he's just going to have to jump on top of it.
DeSantos with the kickoff recovered by Dupras.
Well, either way, if you're an Apponequet fan, that's good because you didn't lose possession of it that time. The Lakers will take over
Yeah, at their own
13-yard line, 1st and 10.
Might have had offsides on the kicking team, yeah, that's my brother, so I'm going to have to talk to him about that.
The breeze blowing in that they decide to do the passing plays that you liked, Shelby. It might affect that spin of the ball. We'll see what happens. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Handoff up the middle, fumble. And who's got it? Looks like Somerset Berkley's got it. Everybody's celebrating, waiting for the official signal.
Fumble on the play.
And it is Somerset Berkley ball. Oh, there's a ball don't lie moment right there.
Raiders take over deep down in the Lakers territory.
That's good for Somerset Berkley, not because you got the ball back, but you're 15 or less yards away from another touchdown. Dio on the running back. Meehan's outside on the right side. McDonald is going to keep it himself. McDonald trying to find some space, trying to push the pile forward. Still going to about the 10-yard line.
Here and Sanders in on the tackle.
It was Colin Sear in on the tackle. 2nd down and 6 coming up. McDonald, handoff to Meehan. Meehan trying to cut back into the middle, still going forward. He is inside the 5. He is very close to a 1st down. I don't think he got it. It looks like they're going to mark him a yard short.
Menendez in on the tackle. Just shy of the 1st down, 3rd and short.
It's a 3rd and 1 coming up as we hit 6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter, and what's turning out to be a pretty good game. The ball is marked inside the 4, so they must be a half yard away. McDonald's going to be in shotgun formation here. Me and the running back. McDonald going to take it up the middle himself, trying to push the pile forward. McDonald still up on his feet. And it looks like they've marked it at the 1.
Tremblay in on the tackle. Good for a Raider 1st down, 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 1. 4 chances to punch it in now. Let's see what Freitas draws up here. Looks like it's going to be a QB sneak with the formation. Maybe not. Oh, bad snap. McDonald's got to get on it. He can, and Apponequet is going to pick it up. Evan Dupras on the recovery. What was that?
Recovered by the Apponequet Lakers.
I mean, I don't get it. You're on the 1-yard line. You're in shotgun formation. I'm sorry, Freitas. I don't agree with that decision.
1st and 10 to go.
It's a Apponequet ball at the 20-yard line. This game is now flipped upside down. Canessa, shotgun formation. Hands it up the middle to Jolly. Jolly forward for maybe a yard or 2.
Right side. Dion in on the tackle.
We love Dupras, the chant from Laker Nation. And you've earned that chant. A huge fumble recovery when the play started at the 1.
Second and 9 for the Lakers from their own 21.
4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Time winding out for both sides. It's another handoff. Oh, Lundgren sandwiched down by Finn Bjork.
Bjork with a big tackle in the backfield.
Oh, my God. He's the biggest guy out there, 6'5". You know he can do damage once he gets a free lane.
A 1-yard loss on the play.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Brings up a 3rd and 10.
Do have a couple injuries on the Apponequet side tonight. Elijah Barlow, Anthony Francisco not playing tonight. Here's the 3rd down play. It's a pitch to Jolly. Jolly finding space on the side. Going to make a few cutback moves. He's got a 1st down and more. Jolly tiptoeing on the side to Santos, the only guy that can catch up to him. He's gone. Touchdown, 80 yards, and Apponequet is back in front. Wow, what a play.
I can't believe him. Oh my God.
Lakers back on the board to take the lead, 20-19.
It looks like they're going for two again. Procaccini, Lundgren, the running backs. 2-point attempt. Handoff, Procaccini. He didn't get it. And it's going to stay a 1-point game. Well, Shelby, I saw your emotions right away. You knew Jolly was gone on that sideline. How's that going to help out? Because now you got the fans back in it to help them out.
What a great comeback from Jolly. It would have been a really good... Oh, my God, I'm so...
It's all good. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you have a brain fart. It's okay. I've had multiple brain farts, and God, what are we at now? 190 games that I've called? Sometimes it just happens. Yeah. While we have a second, we got to do our ad reads that we do in most of our games. Let's get through that first. Make sure to subscribe to Blue Raider Studios on YouTube for video coverage of athletic and other school events. Also follow along on the Blue Raider Studios X page. For all Somerset Berkley Regional High School and Apponequet 2 sports schedules, head on over to arbiterlive.com. You can enter in your school in the search bar and access all team schedules. That's Arbiter, ARBITER, live.com. For a full recap on all Somerset Berkley sporting events, make sure to check out and subscribe to the Somerset Sentinel on Facebook for George Austin's articles on all Raider sports teams. And we'll have the kickoff go first before we get the last one in. Wow, what a game. We said it was going to be game of the year, and it's turned out to be. Zarecki on the kickoff. Handled by Gooch at the 28-yard line. Gooch is going to run out of bounds after he's taken down by Sear at the 39.
For the Raiders, tackled out of bounds by Sear.
And it's bracket week for high school sports. Head on to the MIAA website to keep track of upcoming tournament games, including opponents, seedings, and times. The site can be found online at miaa.net. First and 10 for Somerset Berkley. Ball is marked at the 40-yard line. Meehan's going to get the motion. Meehan's going to get the carry. Meehan is going to be stopped right away by Tremblay and Kenny Wisniewski.
Carry left side. Tremblay in on the tackle. Wisniewski as well.
It's a gain of 1 on the play. We'll bring up second down and 9.
1 yard gain on the play.
Ball is marked on the Raider 41-yard line. Crook, me, and the running backs. Everybody from Apponequet within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Crook, double handoff to Meehan. Meehan, oh, he had a lane in the middle. Only gets forward for a gain of 2, though. Brody Jolly is in on the tackle. Big third down and 8 coming up.
Short gain on the play brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Raiders.
Chain of defense from the Lakers student section. Delaney going to come in as a halfback too. This is where we see McDonald look dangerous, rolling on the right side. Let's see if it happens again. This time he's going to roll on the left side. McDonald going to keep it himself. He's got a first down and a whole lot more. Still going down the field. On his feet past the 30. Wrapped up inside the 25 by Sanders.
Sanders in on the tackle. all the way down into the Lakers territory at 23-yard line. Good for a first down.
Mark it down, 35 yards on the carry from McDonald. Minute 26 to go, third quarter. On a 1st and 10 play, McDonald gonna throw to the outside to Bjork. Bjork breaks 2 tackles, still on his feet. Dupress can't get it. Bjork tiptoeing his way to the corner. Touchdown, Raiders.
To the 23-yard touchdown catch. Raiders back ahead, 25-20.
And we'll see what they decide to do here. They went for 2 last time. They weren't able to get it. If you go for 2 and you get it, you're up by 7. And the Raider offense will stay out there. They're going for 2. McDonald. Ready? Gonna roll right. Fakes the pitch back. He's in. 2 points. Now run the score to 27-20 with a minute 10 to go in the third.
Puts them up 7. As they take the lead 27-20 over the Lakers.
It was a group huddle over there with Coach Fife and the Apponequet team. Right after that 2-point conversion, he knows this thing is far from over. And again, if you're watching, we do thank you. We have 2 people that are joining in from Florida, Ashley Souza and Amanda Doherty. So get the whole United States of America watching us. DeSantos ready to kick it off. And here is the kick. It's another good one. Dupress is going to handle it at the 13-yard line. Dupress is going to run it back. Dupress has space up the middle. Dupress still going before he's wrapped up by Thin Crook at the 46-yard line. 33-yard return.
47-yard line.
Ball marked on the Laker 46. 1st and 10, a minute 2 to go in the third. Handoff play to Jolly. Jolly, maybe get 1 or 2 on that. Looks like a gain of only 1. And that is Hayden Teasdale in on the tackle for Somerset Berkley. We do send our thoughts out to the Teasdale family as Mr. Teasdale, Hayden's dad, is in the hospital at the moment. I was told that he is watching the game tonight, so shout out Mr. Teasdale. All of us at Raider Nation hopes that you're doing well. It's a gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. The clock runs to 25 seconds to go. It is going to be a double handoff. Lundgren not getting anywhere. Kyle Hamblett on the tackle. And that is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Wow, what a game it's been.
End of the third quarter.
We have 12 minutes to go
Somerset Berkley.
Somebody is essentially going to have a guaranteed spot in the state tournament. Somebody is not. We'll find out in 12 minutes who it's going to be. The fourth quarter comes up in just a second.
Maybe safe on Barkley.
All right, we're back to start the fourth quarter.
Start of the fourth quarter.
Oh, I don't know what happened on our feed. It looked like it was good. It was good for a second. That must have been when we were testing it out earlier.
3rd and 9 to go.
Team switched sides from the third to fourth quarter. Apponequet is going left to right in their blue jerseys. Somerset will go right to left. I don't know why that says that on my screen. It's a 3rd down and 9, maybe 8 coming up here. Handoff Jolly. Jolly up the middle. Jolly to the 50. That's all he gets.
Jolly with the run
And it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Now what do you do if you're Coach Fife? Yeah, I think you got to go for it.
Delaney in on the tackle. 4th and 5 for the Lakers.
Sorry, I'm just trying to move this like far as I can.
You got to go quick to drop a play. Had 40 seconds in. They're just going to call a timeout. Timeout called on the field by Apponequet. They have 1 left in this game.
Lakers with the timeout, their second of the half.
Clock stops with 11 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Thank you for joining us tonight, whether it's on our live stream or tape delayed feeds. Keegan Hamblett alongside Shelby Nolin with Brian Moniz running the camera. And I know we shout out sometimes where you can see my stuff, where you can see George Austin's stuff, Brian Moniz's stuff. Go over to Somerset Access TV. Go check out some of the meetings on there. Some of them do end up on Blue Raider Studios too, but he does a great job over there with Somerset TV. We do appreciate it a lot, Brian. Got 4 viewers watching on the live stream. That's better than what we had at DR last week. You know how many we had at DR last week? 0. 4th down, and looks like they're in punt formation. That's Kenny Wisniewski back to punt. Could be a fake, so let's see. McDonald is back to potentially return it. Wisniewski ready. Oh, he's running up. They're going to keep it. We got a flag on the play. Wisniewski pushing forward, but let's check the flag. Hold on a second. Oh, everybody on the Apponequet side is happy. I think this might be an illegal motion against Apponequet. Let's see. It's a false start. It's not going to stand. Oh, boy.
False start on the Lakers.
I mean, I like the play design. It worked. He got forward for, I'd say, about 12 yards.
5 yards brings up a 4th and 10.
All right, it's a 4th and now what do we got? We got a timeout called, I think, by Somerset Berkley. Yes, we do. And Brian, why don't we take a break? Let's pause for a second because we do have some reorganizing we got to do here. And 4th down coming up in a second. All right, there we go. 4th down and 10 for Apponequet as we had to get everything moved and settled here in the press box. Canessa's making sure everybody's got the play ready. Here we go. It's going to go to Jolly. Jolly's looking to throw. Jolly going down the field. It is intercepted. Or no, it's actually ruled incomplete. It doesn't matter. Might have been good it's incomplete because the Raiders will start at the 45. Tried to get it over to Lundgren.
Play by the Raiders.
It looks like Cullen Doherty was in on that deflection.
Doherty with the deflection. Raiders take over on downs. The Laker 45.
Ball is marked at the Laker 45-yard line, as you just heard. 1st and 10 for Somerset Berkley. Same formation like we've seen the whole game. Meehan and Crook are the running backs. Crook's going to get the motion on the right side. McDonald is going to keep it himself. McDonald forward to about the 40, broke a tackle. McDonald dragged down by the ankle inside the 25.
With the keeper up the middle. Lundgren in on the tackle.
Gain of 19 on the play. 1st down Raiders.
19-yard run on the play.
Ball is marked. No, that's actually my bad on the math. That's 23 yards on the run. The ball is marked at the Laker 22. First and 10. Crook gets the motion. Bobbled snap. Picked up by Apponequet. Another costly play for Somerset Berkley. And Teasdale slow getting up to his feet.
Dupress in on the recovery. Lakers take the ball back.
And now Apponequet has the ball at their own 26-yard line. 74 yards to go down the field to potentially tie the game, or if they go for 2 again, to take the lead. Game of the year in the SEC coming down to the wire. 1st and 10. Handoff Jolly. Jolly cutting to the middle. 1st down and more. Jolly past the 50, going to the outside. Past the 30. Dion drags him down at the 25-yard line. 50-yard run.
Jolly with another huge run. Dion in on the tackle. Lakers take it down into the Raider territory at the 24-yard line.
50 yards from the senior Brody Jolly, who might be playing his last meaningful game tonight. Still have the Thanksgiving game that ultimately might decide the SEC title. But this is it, the game of your career. Laker Nation on the right side, some of them starting to get on their feet. Everybody's up on their feet on the left side. 1st and 10 from the 24. Lundgren going to take it. He's going to get wrapped up for a 5-yard loss by Keegan DeSantos.
Lundgren with the carry left side for a loss. DeSantos in on the tackle.
Wow, what a game.
You can take the chair.
5-yard loss.
8 minutes, 40 seconds to go, 4th quarter. Somerset Berkley barely clinging on to a 7-point lead. They've had so many chances. 2-3 times. Had a bad play. There's a bad play right there. Got to get on top of the ball. And he did. Oh boy, huge loss for Apponequet.
On recovered by Canessa.
It's going to be marked down. It looks like it's a 12-yard loss. Will bring up 3rd and 27.
Lakers back to the 42, brings up a 3rd and 27.
Got to get to the 15-yard line to move the sticks. And again, we saw at DR 2 weeks ago, a 3rd and 38 was converted. It beat the all-time NFL record. We'll see if we can see another huge conversion this time. 3rd and 27 from the 42. Multiple flags coming in.
Flag on the play.
And we got another comment. Amanda Doherty. Crazy game. Crazy indeed. False start against Apponequet. We'll back him up. 3rd and 32 coming up.
Back 5 yards. Brings up a 3rd and long.
And Raider Nation on the other side. The whole back row, everybody's on their feet. You don't need to get all of it now. You can easily get 10, 15 yards and set up a 4th down play. 3rd down and 32 for Canessa and the offense. Pitch back to Jolie. Jolie cutting up the middle. Jolie to the 39-yard line.
Jolie on the run right side up to the 40 or 39-yard line.
And there you go. That's what you needed. You got 8 yards so you can set up a 4th down that's, I wouldn't call it reasonable, but definitely better than what it was.
Brings up a 4th down for the Lakers.
7 minutes on the clock. 4th and 24. Coach Fife has 1 timeout left if he decides to use it. You got to watch the clock, though, because if Somerset gets the ball, you know they just go run, run, run. And eventually that's just going to wind out the clock. Here we go. Wisniewski out there to punt it away, it looks like. There it is. Wisniewski is going to pass it. Wisniewski going to the side for Sear. It's incomplete. And, oh, hold on. We got a flag thrown. Hold on a second.
Sear, flag on the play.
And it's a false start against Apponequet, and that you just got to decline, and Somerset Berkley's going to take over. There's the signal, false start on Apponequet.
False start on the Lakers. Raiders decline the penalty.
And it sets up a Raider 1st down.
They will take over on downs. Start their drive on their own 39.
And the ball is going to be marked at the Raider 39-yard line. 6:28 on the clock. We've had a few miscues. McDonald is going to line up shotgun formation yet again. It's a very small shotgun formation, though, maybe about 2-3 yards break from the center, Jaden Medeiros. Crook will get the motion. McDonald's going to keep it himself. McDonald going up the middle, and maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
McDonald with the keeper. Roccassini in on the tackle.
Procaccini with the tackle. It is a gain of 2 officially. From the 41, me and Crook, the running backs. Crook gets the motion on the right side. McDonald going to roll right, has Mia, now has Bjork. McDonald going to take it himself, and he's very close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
McDonald with the keeper right side.
And he's got enough. It's a gain of 9. It's a 1st down.
Good for Raider 1st down.
Ball still in Raider territory, though.
Raiders with the 1st and 10 from their own 49.
Got to get a stop some way, somehow, sooner rather than later if you're Apponequet. Bjork receives the carry. Bjork going to the outside. Bjork past the 35. He's gone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Bjork with the carry left side. Results in a touchdown for the Raiders. Touchdown run by Bjork puts them up 33-20 over the Lakers.
And let's see what they're drawing up here. DeSantos looks like he's going to go out there. McDonald's going to go out there too, so we don't know what the heck's going on. And now Meehan's going to come off to the side. And they're going to go for 2. Crook is the man on the left side. Bjork's on the right. McDonald with the motion from Crook. Going to roll right. Has Bjork in the bag. There it is. 2 points. 35-20.
Bjork for the 2-point conversion. Puts the Raiders up 35-20. 5:23 to go in the 4th.
So now if you're Apponequet, they've been going for 2 every single time. If you get 2 touchdowns, it works in your favor. You got to convert the 2-point conversion both times in a 15-point game. And after that touchdown 2-point conversion, some of the Lakers students starting to head for the exits. Plenty of crazy plays, plenty of time to get 2 scores. Here's the kick. Bounces into the end zone. All the way in the back for a touchback. 1st and 10 coming up at the 20-yard line.
Lakers will come out to the 20 to start the drive.
Again, I know our footage on our live stream has been pretty blurry tonight, but make sure to catch the tape-delayed feed on Berkley Community Access TV Channel 9, Somerset Access TV Channel 98, and Blue Raider Studios. Canessa has the play call. Jolly lined up as the running back. Lundrigan also back as well. Hand off Jolly. Jolly slammed down by Finn Bjork again.
Jolly with the run right side, tackled by Bjork.
Time running out for Coach Fife and the Lakers.
1 yard gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 9.
.445 on the clock. 2nd down and 9. Canessa dropping back to pass. Rolling on the right side. Throws across his body. It's complete to Dupras. Dupras has a 1st down. Still on his feet. Decked down at the 45-yard line by Liam Meehan.
Meehan with a tackle.
24 yards on the catch and run.
They're 45 for a first down.
It's an Apponequet fan section that's as faithful and as happy as any in the SEC. Sticking with this team from beginning to end. Handoff to Jolly. Jolly going forward for a gain of 7 yards. Teasdale and Mello in on the tackle.
Teasdale and Mello on the tackle. Eight-yard gain in the play brings up 2nd and 2.
It's actually going to be an 8-yard gain. One of the far referees was just a yard over. That's all good. Lakers in Raider territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Clock at 3:46. Canessa having trouble. Down he goes. Brody Cabral with the sack. If you're Apponequet, you got no time to recover from that. Think about another play. You got to go right away. 3rd down and 10 after a 9-yard loss on the sack. Matt Dubois coming back in for Apponequet. Two out wide on the left, 3 on the right. Canessa in shotgun formation, dropping back, going to the left side. That's complete. Sear turns for a first down. Tackled by Liam Meehan.
Sear on the left-hand side.
14-yard catch and run for the first.
Good for a Laker first down. Meehan on the tackle.
Canessa firing a rifle and incomplete as he was trying to look, I think, for Dubois.
Canessa with a pass intended for Dubois. Incomplete. Second and 10 for the Lakers on the 42 of the Raiders.
Ball marked at the Raider 42-yard line. 2nd and 10, 2:54 to go in the game. Raiders hold a 15-point lead. Canessa got hit as he threw. Man, it's incomplete on the left sideline.
Canessa with a deep pass intended for number 2. Ball's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
And boy, you got to get it now or never. I mean, you got 2 plays, but rather have it come on the 3rd down. And there we go. Paxton Canessa in trouble, and it's just incomplete. It was out of the pocket, though, so no intentional grounding. 4th down and 10, last hope coming here.
Brings up 4th down, 10 for the Lakers.
I mean, now what? What do you draw up? This is an Apponequet school where it always seems like no matter the sport, nothing can go their way. Football, it's been going their way the last 2 games after an 0-4 start. Got to keep the drive going, need to get to the 32. Canessa, rolling right. Canessa has to throw it away. It is incomplete off the fingertips of Dubois. And the Raiders are going to take over. That should just about do it.
Incomplete, just short there. Raiders take over on downs.
Ball still marked at the Raider 42-yard line. It's in possession of Somerset Berkley this time, though. First and 10. Handoff to Bjork. Bjork pushing up the middle. Still on his feet. Very close to a first down. And he's got enough. It's a first down for Somerset Berkley.
Good for a first down for the Raiders.
There's Bjork up the middle. Bjork tackled by Wisniewski.
Bjork on the carry again. Tackle by Wisniewski.
We have hit a minute and a half to go in this game. I tell you what, guys, this game did not disappoint at all, and that goes for both sides, too. One hell of a game. Nothing really Coach Fife and the Lakers can do now. 2nd and 5. McDonald's going to keep it. He'll get stopped after a gain of 1.
McDonald on the keeper. Boyd on the tackle.
Now all the Apponequet students heading for the exits.
3rd down on the play.
Just one more play, one more kneel down. However you want to draw it up, and this game's going to be over. Here it comes. McDonald drops to a knee, and that's going to do it. For the first time ever, Somerset Berkley has won at Apponequet, and the Lakers will not qualify for the state tournament.
Berkley Raiders defeat the Apponequet Lakers 35-20.
What a game by everybody. Somerset Berkley with the win, and I tell you what, that might have helped them out too. They won by 14 or more. That's the most that can go in on the win margin. Strength of schedule is going to go up. And we'll see if that is enough to clinch a home playoff game. 99.9% sure that that is going to be at least a playoff spot clinch for Somerset Berkley. 6-2 in the regular season for the 2nd consecutive year. We'll be back for our coverage of round 1 of the state tournament next Friday night, wherever we may be. Shelby Nolin, good job on color commentary. I'm Keegan.